Okay. I I I have I am beyond aggravated right now, and I gotta get this off my chest because this is seriously aggravating the ever living hell out of me. Okay, here let's do this real quick. All right, there's a video on TikTok. It's talking about when the Avengers tricked Hulk into getting into a spaceship and sent him to the planet Sakaar. I'm going, all right, for starters, you got two things wrong. One, it was not the Avengers, it was the Illuminati. It was Black Bolt, Tony Stark, Professor Xavier, um, Reed Richards, and Namor. They had said that it was impossible to really keep Bruce and Hulk on Earth and still have Earth survive. So they knocked him out, put him on a ship, scanned the nearest galaxies, found a planet that was uninhabited. It would give him what he's always wanted, and that was to be alone. And they just went, pew, sent him off. So you have do 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 doodly doo. I know it's a piss poor drawing. Just bear with me. Doo 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 doo. I'm just trying to have something that looks earthy. All right. So this is where it started. Okay. Why is this? Is this the? Okay, there. That's better. Hold on. Let's do this. So this is A, right? And they meant to send him to B. Let's just, for the sake of argument, go doo doo doo. Doo doo doo. Here's this. Oh, crap. I'm in the way. Rick. There we go. That should be fine there. So they meant to send him here. Hulk. Well, roughly right here, Hulk wakes up. Okay. He wakes up. And he gets mad and he jolts the ship. So the course is no longer here. Okay? The course is now here. And then here he hits wormhole. And then peep. I'm doing this just so it's a little bit more understood. And then ends up here. This is Sakaar. Now, this is where I said there was two things that they got wrong. So the Avengers sent Hulk to Sakaar. No, they didn't. They meant to send him here. He didn't make it there. He went here. So that statement is no longer true. The only thing, because if he wouldn't have gotten mad and altered his course and ended up at the wormhole and the wormhole shot him to Sakaar, he'd have been over here where they originally sent him. And I don't think this planet has a name, but in my argument with this fucking idiot on the goddamn TikTok shit, I called it Bubbles. So they were going to send him to Planet Bubbles. That's where he was going to go. If he'd have just woken up or just woke up, listened to their message, and just went, cool, and just kept going, he'd have ended up on Bubbles. But he sat there and he rocked the ship, altered the course, which caused him to go out here to the wormhole, which caused him to go to Sakaar. That's how that went. So the term sent him to Sakaar is no longer valid. At that point, the only thing that they did, which was part of the original plan, was put him in the ship and knock him out and exile him from Earth. That's all they did. That is the only thing that you can say at that point they did. Everything here was all because of Hulk. And this dumbass keeps trying to tell me that I don't understand comprehension. I'm going, no. I understand it perfectly. I'm the one trying to provide the corrections, and you're telling me that I'm wrong and the video is right. At least partway through, he started to realize when I started calling it the Illuminati, he also called it the Illuminati. So I'm going, okay, so you believe me on one part of it, but not this. And then I gave the analogy. You are here. Okay. Your parents, it's going to look horrible. You can make fun of me. That's fine. Your parents buy you a plane ticket to go to Spain. If you had done everything you were supposed to do, you'd end up in Spain. And I understand it's a little far-fetched, but this is the only way to really kind of say what I'm trying to say. You show up at the airport. You got your luggage. It's got wheels. You're dragging it behind you. And you go to your gate. But let's say it looked a little weird and you're supposed to be at gate 81, but instead you went to gate 31. And they let you on the plane. They see you got a ticket. No one's in that seat. Sheer dumb luck. Just like sheer dumb luck altering your course. You go to gate 31 and you end up in Ireland. Whoops. You're supposed to be in Spain. Unfortunately, your luggage also went to Spain. According to his logic, then, if your parents, let's say this is your parents' house, Mom and Pop bought ticket to go to Spain. At that point, by his logic, you can say your parents bought you a ticket to go to Spain. He goes, that's not the same point. I'm going, yes, it is. Because you altered where you went or where you're supposed to go. Just like Hulk did. So it was something you caused that caused you to go elsewhere. Because if you would have paid more attention and went to gate 81 instead of gate 31, you would have been in Spain. But instead, you ended up going to Ireland because you went to gate 31. It's the exact same analogy. And it's driving me nuts that this moron will not understand and does not understand how, if the original intent is to go here, and I even said you could say they inadvertently sent him to Sakaar. That would be more of a correct statement than to say they sent him to Sakaar. No, they didn't. That was not the original destination. Because every time he was like, I just want to be left alone. I don't want to be your attack dog. I don't want to be Earth's mighty defenders. I don't want to be any of that stuff. Leave me alone. So they finally went, he's going to destroy the planet. We should get rid of him. We got to get him out of here. So they were going to send him, like I said, Planet Bubbles. There was never a name for it. It was just, there's a nice spot out there. It's just going to be you. You'll be alone like you've always wanted. Everyone here will be safe. You'll get what you wanted. It's a win-win. Sure, we were a little bit dirty about it, and it does turn into World War Hulk and World Breaker Hulk, because he comes back, goes, I'm back, bitches. And that's where he had leveled up and could walk on the coastline on the East Coast and cause earthquakes and tsunamis on the West Coast. And if Hulk would have left it alone, he would have ended up there. So then wherever that planet was, whatever it was called, again, we're going to call it Bubbles, just like this is Spain. If he wouldn't have altered his journey, he'd have gone to Spain. But he altered his journey. So he went to Ireland. And it is driving me nuts that this dude, either he's doing it on purpose just to troll, but I don't think so. Because, like, obviously comprehension's not in your strong suit. Motherfucker, I've watched the goddamn movie 3 times. I've read through the book 3 times. I was the one that got pissed off at Thor Ragnarok because it shat on Planet Hulk in the worst way possible. And during all this, I found out apparently there's going to be an Incredible Hulk 2, and it's going to be about World Breaker Hulk. And I'm going, how? You didn't even really have Sakaar the way you're supposed to. And I swear to God, I saw Taika Waititi's name attached to it, and I about lost my shit. Even worse than this. But it's just, Hulk altered his goddamn path. So you can no longer say that the Illuminati is responsible for where he ended up. That's not how it works. And then he gave me some shit. If you were going to sail to Tahiti and you set it all up and you fell asleep, you woke up, untied the sail, and ended up in Samoa, then you got sent to Samoa. No, you didn't. You altered the course. You even said so. The course was altered. You ended up there, but that's not where you were sent. That's not where you were going. That's not what the destination was. That is the final spot where you ended up. Yes. But the blame for who sent you there goes to whoever altered the course, not to whoever started the journey. That's like saying you get on a bus. That bus is bound for, let's say, Seattle, because I'm here in St. Louis. Bus is bound for Seattle. Go out that way. Right towards Hulk. You go out that way to Seattle. I fall asleep, and someone wakes me up, and in a groggy state, I don't have my contacts on, and I go up they're like, you got to go onto the number 5 bus. I don't have my contacts in. So what I see is number 8. And I get on number 8. But I'm supposed to go to Seattle. So they unload the bus and it goes to bus number 5. I go into bus number 8. My luggage goes where it was supposed to go the entire time. That would mean, according to this dumb shit's logic, the bus line is responsible for me ending up in San Diego instead of Seattle because of my actions. That's not how this works, man. You have to understand the original line is what they're responsible for. Wherever that line alters, responsibility is thrown on whoever or whatever altered that line. It's not how this works. And it drives me fucking nuts. All right, I'm done.